welcome to my channel. I am Zoe Alex. Welcome. We're going to figure what's going on. Okay, I know that it's been so long. Um, I don't know what to say, but there is always something that's going on between. It could be traveling. It could be, um, there's always difficulties. Like, um, like for example, I mostly have difficulty where sometimes when you think about negative all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden it like torments you, you know, and then you have to think about the positive, right? Now that is my example, like my example, because that's what I'm feeling, you know. There are times and pieces where we have to think about outside the box. And when we're outside that box, we tend to uh, think about what's going on. You know. Now, I'm going to say something to you, and it gives you a good question, a good answer to answer. Imagine yourself, you're in a dark place. Imagine yourself in a dark place in a box. Okay, so let's say it was this size of a box. Okay, this size. Right here and here. Now imagine about that. Imagine about this size box here. Okay. Now imagine that size. Imagine that you are inside that box and it's so dark. You don't have a light. You don't have anything. And then all of a sudden, the box starts to magically open. And then all of a sudden, you see the light. You see the light. You see the light. You see the light. And then all of a sudden, you can be from creating yourself to be into more specific way of, I don't know how to put this. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Going everywhere, okay? Because you're going everywhere from different ways, right? So what I'm going to do, um, because this is not going to be a long video, but if it is, it's going to be a little bit. Because we're going to figure out what's going on between, if there's anything that is very, very different here, very significant here, anything that you can think of, because that's what I have, right? And I know that this is how appealing it is, but yeah, this is how it seems to be. So we're going to figure this out, and here we go. Okay, so let's see how this is. The first one on your left side, you have the lion. The lion represents ask for what you want. So, that's how it seems to be. You're asking, you're wanting, that's what it seems to be, right? You ask for what you want. Now, you're doing that because that's what it seems to be, right? You're doing that as a welcoming sight. You're doing it as, you ask, you shall receive. On the right side, you have the monkey, represents try something new. That's what it is, right? You're trying something new. Now imagine yourself trying something new, right? You don't know what to do and then you're starting to do it. Well, that's what it seems to be, right? And then you have to have um, these ways of a back and forth scenario, right? A back and forth scenario, let me explain, okay? A back and forth scenario is you're going from front to back, right? That's what it seems to be. Because you ask for what you want, as what the lion says. And then the monkey says that try something new, right? That's what you're doing. You are juggling. You're doing. Um, that's how it is, and that's what it seems to be. Because as a matter of fact, you have to look at things from my own point of view, not your point of view. It's my point of view because you look at things from a different way. So this is what I have for you. But it's not over yet because we're going to see what's going on with the tarot situation, the one of the oracle situation that I just did, and we're going to figure that out. So we have to see how everything seems to be. Um, I'm going to shuffle this, but I already shuffled. So this is how it seems to be, and then we're going to figure this out as well. So that's what it seems to be because we wanted to figure that out. So here we go. So we're going to do like this, and we're going to figure out oh wow, the Eight of Swords. Now that is reversed. It means that you should stay or you should go, right? There is always these possibilities. Now we don't know who's doing this. We don't know who's following you. We don't know who's having all these crises, these situations. So, the further ado, you have to keep this as a way of how you feel, the way how you act. There's always these possibilities. You have to think about this, right? And that's what it seems to be. Now, the point being is that um, basically, basically that's what it seems to be here. Now, let's see what's the opposite. What's the opposite of the Eight of Swords reversed? What's going on? We're going to figure that one out. So this is what it seems to be. Okay. So let's see. So basically we're going to figure this out. And we have so we have the Wheel of Fortune is reversed. Ooh, this is not good. We have the Four of Cups is upright, followed by the Tower is upright. Yeah, see, this is interesting. You should stay or you should go in this scenario. And, having bad luck is very bad, right? Now, the Four of Cups represents, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio at the same time. But when I look at the Tower situation, you're having chaos, you don't know what to do, you're having all of these um, very different emotions. What I mean is, by different emotions, is like um, you have to figure out that you always have a good day or a bad day, right? Because when you're having the tower moment, then you're having the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Those two do not make sense, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune reversed, it is a bad luck scenario, you know. And the tower, when it has all this destruction and bad and everything else, that it's never good. It's really never good. But the point being is that for the Four of Cups, you don't know what are you going to do. When I look at the Three of Cups, it represents you have me, someone else, and then the universe, right? Now you have someone else, me, for example, the universe, and then the other way as well. So that's what the Four of Cups represents, because in that note, the Four of Cups, now let me see if I do that. The Four of Cups upright represents offers and opportunities are flowing to you, but for now you are saying no. Contemplate your next step and focus on what is important to you. That's what it seems to be. You're having all these you're always having all these opportunities. Um, there's always a good way, there's always not so good way. So when you think about this, um, you have to remember that things will take time as they go along, right? And there's always a good possibility. There's always um, good ways and all that, right? And then that's what it seems to be. So when you have all this, you have to think to yourself saying, am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? You know? And that's what I'm not trying that's what I'm getting at. Because in my own experience is that should I stay or should I go? Right? And you don't know which direction you're gonna take. But there is a reason behind it. Because you have to think to yourself and think, what's going on? How would I do this? What the universe is telling me what to do. You know, that's what it seems to be. And when you have all this, you have to rule out something. Ruling out something is you're ruling out the negative um, way. It's troubling some because negative is a negative vibe, right? It's like a negative emotion. You know, you have to stay positive as much as you can, but negative can just hit you, like right behind you, or anything. And that's what it seems to be. Because in my own experience, it doesn't look very good. No, because that's what it seems to be. So if you just look at this as a way of how you feel and a way how you act, that's what it is, right? This is not a propaganda. This is not, you're doing a victory lap. It's not. It gives me my own experience that you have opportunities. You have A, you have B, you have C. You have all these methods, you know. And this is not uh, scientific. It's not, no. It's the universe telling you what to do. It's saying, are you gonna go are you gonna go left side? Or are you gonna go right side? That's what it seems to be. Because when you look at the lion, it says ask for what you want. When I look at the monkey, it says try something new. You're looking at those. You're looking at those ways, right? And that's what it seems to be. So, the further ado, without no question, is we're going to clarify for one more card, and then I'll do the playing card, then we're going to end it once for all. This is what it seems to be. That's just how it kind of is connecting. It will give you some sort of ways and all that, right? And that's what I have for you, because in a way you have to think to yourself saying, am I doing the right thing? Right? And that's what it seems to be. So here it is for you. And let's see. Aha, the world. Yeah. So basically for that card, the world over here, it represents completion. Right now you're stepping back you having bad luck, you have the tower moment, you have opportunities. But now the universe is saying you have completion, and you have all this, right? So if you think to yourself is that okay, I'm going to do exactly what I decided to do, that's what it is. You're following the universe. Because once you follow the universe, you would decide about, all right, exactly what it seems to be. And therefore, it is a good opportunity, you know, because when I think about this is an opportunity that you have to have a way of how you feel and you're acting at the same time, you know. So when you think to yourself that, am I doing this? You are doing this, right? Because that's what the universe is saying. The universe is giving you a what would the universe say? The universe is saying, all right, go ahead and do what you can. That's what the universe is saying, right? So when you think about this, you have to believe about your own self. Believe in different ways because you have to remember that things can change as they go along, you know. Because when I say something, I would say, think about the positive, not the negative, right? The negative will, easily hit you, and all of a sudden your emotions, well, they will take a tumble, which means you're feeling happy, all of a sudden you're feeling angry, then you're feeling pissed off, and then you feel like, I'm just gonna avoid a lot of negative. And then you are, right? So in what my experience is between all this situation, you have to believe that you can do this. Because believing is a way of knowledge. And it's very, educational. It gives you a right way instead of a wrong way. And that's what it seems to be. So when I think about this, you have to believe that you can do this. Because there's always a will and there's always a way, right? You have to choose. Choose the opportunities, choose of what's going on because that's what it seems to be. So let's see how this is. So who is following water signs? And it's the Jack of Hearts, so which means it will follow um, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So basically, this represents water signs. I just did this, but it's funny. It's really funny where I just shuffled and I said, who's gonna follow water signs? And this card, Jack of Hearts, represents water signs. Duh. That's funny. But that's what it seems to be because the further ado before I let you all go, there's always something that you have to remember. You have to believe that you can do this. Believe about what the universe is saying because you can understand about how the feeling is. You understand about who's doing this and what's doing this, and everything that seems to be all good and dandy, and that's what it is, right? So, the further ado, without any question, believe about this, believe about how everything is, and just enjoy about the opportunities. Enjoy about what I'm saying to you, because you have to stay positive, you have to motivate yourself, and you can just say, okay, I'm going to do exactly what Zoe Alex is saying. And exactly. So believe about that, and enjoy, and this is what it seems to be. So thank you very much, and please enjoy about all this information, and enjoy of everything, and have a good day to you all, and see you next time. Bye for now. Really.